Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Blake, and today I just wanted to do a quick announcement video slash channel update video. I have been kind of MIA. I've been doing some sprints, but this winter has kicked my butt as far as headaches. I am a headache sufferer. I get migraines. And with this change in weather constantly that we've been experiencing, I have probably had somewhat of a headache for like a month and a half now. And this is not to get any sympathy or anything else. I'm just telling you where I've been because I had lots of plans for this channel and I still will have plenty of plans. I am just going to just tell you where I have been, and then kind of like I've been doing lives, but yeah, I just get headaches and I get migraines, and this up and down in barometric pressure and weather, it's just not great. And I have plenty of doctors and plenty of all the things. It's just sometimes something that you have to deal with. And I have a really high pain tolerance, but after a while of the same headache or similar headaches, your pain tolerance just it's not the same for those of you who know. So that's where I've been. When you have a headache, you really don't feel like filming. So there's even been times where I've like gotten my hair done and like put on like real clothes and been like, okay, I'm gonna go film this on a Saturday or whatever. And I've even started filming things, and then just a headache hits and I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. So then I delete it. So that's where I've been. And I'm just trying to be real on my channel, as you know. So that's that. And hopefully that will not hinder more videos. So catching up. I'm going to have another video tomorrow. So there'll be a video. I have been doing sprints on my channel. So there have been some sprints. Like I'll do some sprints tonight because I'll post this today and then do some sprints tonight. I was talking to my friend Lee from Dark Roots Creations, and she was like, I need productivity sprints. So I was like, I got you. We're going to do some sprints because we both have a list of things to do. So that'll be on my channel later. I think I'm going to go live at 4 p.m. So if you see this before 4 p.m. Central Time, I will be probably doing a sprint tonight. Okay, so that is that. The two announcements that I wanted to kind of talk about really quick is, the first thing is a book club. Specifically, I had put out a poll a while ago on my channel asking people if they would be interested in a quarterly book club. So a lot of people said yes, and depending on the book. Well, that's fine. Like, you can join one quarter. You don't have to join another quarter. Like, it's not a commitment. You don't have to sign up for anything. It's just, we will have a live show. I have a couple of friends that are interested in reading this on screen with me. So on March 26th, I have it written down so I don't forget the date. March 26th, we will be discussing and reading The Examiner by Janice Hallett. So I'm telling everybody now, so you have some time to get the book, read the book, and then we will be discussing it on March 26th on my channel. It'll be me, and I know Lee from Dark Roots Creations has expressed interest, Roxy from Roxy Reads, and Storm from Storm Reads. All three of them have expressed interest to discuss this with me on my channel on the 26th of March. So we'll do that 26th of March, 7 p.m. Central Time. We're going to do just like a regular book club. There will be spoilers. You can hop in the chat. It's just going to be an hour. We're going to talk about Janice Hallett, her work. We'll talk a little bit about her bio. We'll talk about this book. We'll talk about a couple of other books that she's written. And maybe if I can dig out some stuff that she's working on for the future, we'll kind of talk about what her next steps are. So that'll be fun. So yeah, and it'll just be an hour, really easy, no pressure, but there will be spoilers because we're going to just talk about the whole book. So if you don't want spoilers, just be aware that might happen when we discuss this book. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Lee, again, from Dark Roots Creation, and we've known each other for a while, but we've really talked about doing different things recently. And we are going to do what's called, I'm looking at my notes, Spines and Sprints. It's going to basically be, we haven't decided if it's going to be like every other Thursday or if it's going to be, every Thursday or twice a month. We haven't decided the the pacing or the timing of our little series that we're going to have, but it's going to be on Thursday. Our first one's going to be February 5th, and it's going to start at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's going to go for 2 hours. We are going to basically have what I am thinking of as a YouTube podcast live show. So Lee and I have prepared a topic. So this one's going to be on thriller books. So it's just going to be us talking about thrillers. So we have topics that we want to discuss, questions we want to talk about, book recommendations, I've even talked about, I have notes going on like what we're going to discuss. And some of it's like the history of thrillers and book recommendations if you like these thrillers. So it's just going to be kind of a fun, interactive podcast that we want to start doing. And then in between, we'll have like a discussion for 20-30 minutes, and then in between we'll have reading sprints. So those of you who don't know what a reading sprint is, it'll just be like a 20-minute sprint where it gives you time to read a book, and we encourage you to read on whatever theme that we are talking about that day. But if you don't want to, that is totally fine. You can read whatever book you have on tap at that given moment. You could work on a project, you could take a little snooze, whatever, but we are encouraging people, because it's a thriller themed episode, to read a thriller. We'll come back, we'll talk about what we read, how far we got, and then we'll go into another set of topics. Now, it'll be a live stream so people can comment. You can talk about whatever we're talking about on screen. If we don't get to your comments, I will go back and make notes. And these will all be housekeeping things that I will kind of talk about at the beginning of the first episode that we do. So I will go back if you make comments that we don't get to, and I will make notes of them, and then we can talk about them at the next episode. Now, episodes might be part 1, part 2, depending on how far we get, or if we have more to say, or if the topic is super interesting and everybody wants to talk about it, that's fine. We can have more than one episode dedicated to a certain topic. So, so I hope you join us for that. And I will tag Lee below in the description. So if you are interested, those are 2 things that are coming up on this channel, and I hope you will join with me. So until then, happy reading.